From ashes to asphalt empire, Japan's audacious automotive revolution. Imagine a nation bombed into oblivion, its factories reduced to rubble, its people starving, yet within 2 decades, it catapults itself to become the world's second-largest economy, dominating an industry once ruled by American giants. This isn't a fairy tale, it's the shocking saga of post-World War II Japan, where ingenuity met imitation, and the art of adaptation forged an automotive powerhouse that reshaped the global roads. But was Japan's secret sauce pure genius, or a masterful game of copycat? The truth lies in a blend of both, a story of resilience that turned borrowed blueprints into billion-dollar breakthroughs. In the immediate aftermath of World War II, Japan was a shadow of its former self. The Allied bombings had decimated its industrial base, and the economy was in free fall. The automotive sector, nascent even before the war, was virtually non-existent. Pre-war Japan had dabbled in car production, but it was limited. Companies like DAT Automobile, precursor to that son, Nissan, produced trucks and copied foreign designs, such as the Austin 7 from Britain. Argument name equals, citation _ID, 66 argument. The war shifted focus to military vehicles, but defeat brought occupation by Allied forces, who initially restricted heavy industry to prevent remilitarization. Under the Supreme Commander for the Allied Powers, SCAP, led by General Douglas MacArthur, Japan was forced to rebuild under strict guidelines. Yet, this period of constraint sparked innovation. The government, through the Ministry of International Trade and Industry, MITI, implemented policies to nurture key industries, including automobiles. Protectionist tariffs shielded domestic makers from imports, while encouraging technology transfers from the West. Japanese firms didn't start from scratch, they licensed, reverse-engineered, and adapted foreign tech to suit local needs and resources. This copy and adapt strategy wasn't unique to Japan, many developing nations did it, but Japan executed it with unparalleled discipline. As one historian notes, Japan's post-war automotive industry grew by refining Western ideas while making them cheaper and more reliable. Critics called it rip-off, but proponents saw it as smart evolution. By the 1950s, Japan produced about 5,000 vehicles annually, mostly trucks. Passenger cars were a luxury, but the Korean War, 1950 to 1953, provided a boost. US military procurement for trucks jump-started production. Enter Toyota, the trailblazer. Founded as a loom manufacturer, Toyota ventured into autos in the 1930s by copying Chevrolet engines. Post-war, it faced bankruptcy but was saved by a bank consortium. In 1951, Toyota developed the BJ, a rugged 4-wheel drive vehicle inspired by the American Willys Jeep captured during World War II. The Imperial Japanese Army had ordered Toyota to reverse-engineer it, but post-war, it became the civilian Toyota Jeep BJ. Willys sued over the name, leading to the rename, Land Cruiser in 1954. Toyota didn't just copy, they enhanced it with a more powerful engine, a 3.4-liter inline-six, and better durability for Japan's rough terrain. The Land Cruiser became an export hit, symbolizing reliability in harsh environments from Australian outbacks to African safaris. Nissan, formerly that son, followed suit. Its origins trace to 1911, but the Type 11 in 1932 was a licensed copy of the British Austin 7, not the Ford Model T as some myths suggest. Post-war, Nissan rebuilt with US aid and focused on compact cars. The Cedric, launched in 1960, was an upscale sedan aimed at executives, rivaling but not copying the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. It featured a 1.9-liter inline-4 and luxurious touches like reclining seats, but its design was original, blending American styling cues with Japanese efficiency. The Cedric helped Nissan establish a premium niche, evolving into models like the Gloria. Mitsubishi, with roots in shipping, entered autos via its heavy industries division. The Galant, introduced in 1969, was a mid-size sedan named after the French word for chivalrous. It wasn't a copy of the Ford Galaxy, a massive American full-sizer, but drew from European compact designs. Mitsubishi added innovations like a silent shaft balancer for smoother engines, making the Galant a bestseller in Japan and exports. It rivaled contemporaries like the Toyota Corona, emphasizing fuel efficiency amid the 1970s oil crises. Subaru's story is quirkier. As Fuji Heavy Industries, it debuted the 360 in 1958, tiny K car for urban Japan. Often dubbed the Japanese Beetle, it echoed the Volkswagen Beetle's affordability and rear-engine layout but was much smaller, 3 meters long, and powered by a two-stroke 360 cubic centimeters engine. Subaru improved on the concept with better fuel economy, 66 miles per gallon, and low cost, though US imports flopped due to safety concerns. It laid groundwork for Subaru's all-wheel drive expertise. Honda, a motorcycle giant, entered cars later. The Civic, launched in 1972, was an original design responding to emissions regulations and fuel shortages. It featured a transverse-mounted engine and front-wheel drive, predating the 1974 Volkswagen Golf. No evidence of borrowing from the Golf, instead, the Civic's CVCC engine innovated low-emission tech without catalysts. It became a global icon, outselling rivals with reliability and economy. The Accord followed in 1976, Honda's upscale compact. It wasn't based on the Ford Escort, which arrived in North America in 1981. Searches show market comparisons, not design lineage. The Accord's success came from quality, smooth ride, spacious interior, and US production starting in 1982, making it the first Japanese car built in America. Nissan's Skyline, originating from Prince Motor in 1957, evolved into a performance legend. Not copied from the BMW 2000 CS, 1965, it was an independent design that gained fame through racing. The GTR variant, from 1969, dominated tracks with advanced tech like four-wheel steering in later models. Mazda's RX-7, 1978, revolutionized sports cars with its rotary engine, not derived from the Datsun 280ZX, also 1978. Competitors in the market, the RX-7's lightweight design and handling set it apart, influencing future rotaries. Toyota's Corona, from 1957, was an early export success, not based on the Chevrolet Nova. Ironically, the 1985 Nova was a rebadged Toyota Sprinter from the NUMMI joint venture. Lexus marked the pinnacle of adaptation. The LS400, 1989, was a new flagship, but built on Toyota's premium heritage like the Cressida. The Cressida, 1976 to 1992, was Toyota's luxury offering, with V6 power and features rivaling Mercedes. Lexus elevated this, outpacing Germans in reliability. Challenges abounded. Critics accused Japan of dumping cheap cars, leading to US voluntary export restraints in 1981. Quality issues early on, like rusting, were fixed via Kaizen, continuous improvement. The Galapagos syndrome referred to isolated evolution, but Japan globalized swiftly. By the 1980s, Japan overtook the US in production, exporting 7 million vehicles annually. Innovations like just-in-time manufacturing, pioneered by Toyota, slashed costs and waste. Keiretsu networks, tight supplier ties, ensured quality. The impact? Japan's industry spurred global competition, forcing Detroit to innovate. Hybrids like the Prius, 1997, led green tech. Economically, autos contribute 3% to Japan's GDP, employing millions. Lessons: adaptation trumps invention sometimes. As Taiki Ono of Toyota said, copy wisely, improve relentlessly. Businesses today can learn, study competitors, localize, prioritize quality. In conclusion, Japan's automotive rise wasn't mere copying but a symphony of adaptation, innovation, and perseverance. From Jeep-inspired Land Cruisers to rotary RX-7s, it built an empire on borrowed foundations, now leading in EVs and autonomy. The shocking truth? Imitation, when evolved, breeds immortality on the roads.